Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. If you've not been here before, a massive warm welcome, and if you have, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to watch this video. I really do appreciate it. So today's video is going to be my Shop My Stash weekly review that I do every Monday. It's probably going to end up going up a little bit late. I did film it this morning, but there was some kind of error, technical error, so I've had to refilm it this evening. I've had a really busy day, so I'm only filming it now and it's like 11 o'clock at night. So yeah, let's talk about the products. So we've got this Urban Decay and Kristen Leand palette. So really beautiful, guys. I showed this last week, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, and I did like kind of swatches on the fingers as well, so I will link that in the cards. But yeah, it's a really beautiful palette. I think I'm going to use it for the rest of this week, meaning the next 2 days, and then it will probably end up going back in the drawers, and we'll pull something else out. So that's that, and then we've got this beautiful palette as well. So this is the Becca, is it Blush with Light? Yeah, Blush with Light. Finally I get the name right for this palette. I always forget the name of it. It's got 3 blushes in here. So it's got Snapdragon, Songbird and Wisteria. I use Snapdragon a lot. I think you can tell that just by looking at it. Songbird not so much. I have used it once or twice this week, and I've not used Wisteria at all. The plan was I was going to use it today. I was going to go to the gym. That didn't quite happen. I just had too much to do. I didn't even put any makeup on today, just again because I had quite a lot to do and I just needed to kind of like leave, get out the door, and yeah, it's very unlike me. I didn't have any makeup on at all. But yeah, I'm gonna use this till Wednesday and then that'll probably go back. Then we have the Revolution Beyond Radiance palette. I really like this palette, what I've tried so far, which is only this shade, and it's really good for the under eye to set your concealer. It's really bright. It looks really nice under the eye, like I just said. I've not tried these 2 shades here, but looking at this now, I think it would make a great bronze topper. Let's have a look. Oh, it's not really that pigmented, so maybe not. But yeah, it does look nice, and they are silky smooth. So yeah, I really like this. I've not had chance to play with this as much as I have the Radiance palette. That one came out first, the Radiance palette, so I have had that longer. And then I got this last year and I didn't use it. So I'm only just kind of like using it now. Well, I've used it a few times the last few months, but yeah, it's a really good palette from what I've used so far in there. Right, then we have this Too Faced chocolate bar, and this is part of my project pan. I need to put a sticker on it, really, just so that you know that it's part of the project pan. There's 6 eyeshadows in here that I'm working on for 2020 to kind of like, yeah, work on them basically, just because it is an older eyeshadow palette, and I do want to get use out of it. So next up we have the PS Bronze Highlighter and Glow palette. Really like these little palettes that Primark used to do. They don't do them anymore. I think they do 6 instead of 4 pans, and I've not really bought any just because I don't need any more highlighter palettes, but these 2 are gorgeous mixed together. And then this one is really gorgeous as a bronze topper, just over a matte bronzer to give it that luminosity look. It's really stunning. So I'm going to keep this in here for quite a bit longer just because I do want to get some use out of it. Then we've got the Revolution and Imagination Highlight to the Moon palette. This is Project Pan as well, so I don't want to show you the progress that I've made until the end of February, and then I'll give you an update on that. But yeah, I really do like this palette. Then we have this palette. This one is I Heart Makeup's Pink Fizz, and this one is the one that I've been working on this week. So I've used all the top row, I've used some of the bottom row as well. I've used up to here Elegant, so I need to use that probably tomorrow. I've also used this one, and then this one, and all these need to be used, so it might need to be carried over through a few days. I don't want to use all the shades. Let's see what we've got in here and how they look. Maybe this one, that one, try that purple, and then obviously this one here. So just 3 days to use those shades, and then I can put it back in the collection and figure out whether I do want to actually declutter this palette. It's actually on the chopping block. I have got quite a few of these I Heart Makeup palettes, and I don't want to keep them all. I know that for a fact. They are quite bulky. And I do, like this year, I do want to declutter some of my eyeshadow palettes, just because I have too many in the eyeshadow palette drawers. I would love to actually declutter and get it down to one drawer. I think that's, you know, I think that's like asking the impossible, really, because I do have a lot of eyeshadow palettes and I don't like just decluttering them for the sake of it. But we'll see at the end of 2020 what I've managed to do. And like with me and declutters, I do it all throughout the year. I don't just do it at one specific time. So that's that. And then we did also pull this I Heart Makeup one, because I didn't know whether I'd be getting a lot of use out of the Pink Fizz. This is Peaches and Chocolate. Guys, this is a really gorgeous eyeshadow palette. I know that this one will be staying in the collection, but I do want to use it just to check that the formula is still okay to use. If it's not, then obviously I'll have to declutter it. But yeah, we'll be using this probably next week, and then the week after we can pull a different one. So that's that one. Right, so we're going to go into my everyday makeup drawers now. So let's start off over here where we always start off. So we've got this Cargo Matte Bronzer. This one will be going back on Wednesday. Then we have this Kiko, it's like a mauve toned blush, really pretty, completely unlike me to be using a blush like this, and it's in Blending Wave 02. I'll just show you what it looks like. I probably did on Wednesday when I pulled it, just dug my finger in it now, but it looks like that. And the great thing about these Blending Wave blushes is you can either go in the lighter shade or you can mix the two shades together. You can just see where I've dug my finger in there. I'm always doing that when I'm trying to show you guys something, but that's what that looks like. And I really like the compact as well. So yeah, that'll probably go back on Wednesday as well. This one always stays in, it's just a cream highlighter stick. This will be going back on Wednesday. It's the Too Faced Blinded by the Light. I've used it once or twice, not often, but it has been in 2 weeks, so I know I like it, and it's definitely not going to be decluttered, so I don't need to keep it in there any longer. This always stays in, and this has stayed in for quite a while as well, just because I haven't used it yet. And what I'm thinking about doing is maybe doing a look using this eye pigment. It's in the shade After Party, and it's really pigmented, so maybe do a look with that. And maybe let's have a look at this. So I've not used this in a hot minute. Yeah, maybe use some of the shadows out of here as well, and just kind of see how that goes. Maybe do that on camera. They're all Makeup Geek eyeshadows, by the way. Then we've got this Illamasqua blush duo. I've not used this at all this week, which looks like that. It's such a pretty duo. It's in the shades Lover and Hussy. So yeah, I'm either going to keep it in or I'm going to use it over the next couple of days. I'll see how I feel. I really like that as well, so as long as I use it over like the next day or two, it will be able to go back, but I'm not 100% sure. And then we've got this Hourglass ambient lighting palette, and it's part of the project pan. There's not much left in it, so I need to use that up. We've also got this Becca, Chloe and Malika. It's the BFFs palette, and it is the one made with love by Chloe. Just trying to open it up, and that's what it looks like. Isn't that such a beautiful palette? I've got the Malika one as well, and they're just stunning palettes, guys. I'm going to do reviews on these, so I don't really want to talk too much about it, but it is stunning. They are beautiful, and I would highly recommend them if you can get it at the price that I got it at. I got mine from TK Maxx. And then we've got this section at the back here, which, as you know, always stays the same. I do need to use that and that. That was on the chopping block. It's just a really nice gold eyeshadow, and this one was pulled out in my inventory roulette by Pretty Random. So yeah, I do need to use that soon, and then I can just put it back in the collection or declutter it. We've got my primer by Nivea here. That I have been using once or twice. These are just things that don't really get used that much. I mean, I should use these more because they're like those really good shine absorbing sheets to take all the shine away, so these should really be in my bag. But yeah, they're there. And then we've got all my face products. So we've got this PS My Perfect Colour Perfect Finish Foundation. It's really good, but it is quite runny. So yeah, if you shake it up, it does get thicker. But yeah, it is quite a runny consistency. But I have used it a few times, so that will go back on Wednesday. Then we've got this Collection Sheer Loose Powder. Really enjoyed using this. A lot more than I thought I would, to be honest. When I was using it, it completely got rid of my enlarged pores. You could barely see them. So yeah, I do want to keep it in the collection. It's darker than my other translucent powders, but yeah, I really like that. Then we've got this one. So this one is the Rimmel Stay Matte Translucent. Now I was in Boots today and I actually swatched it because I've always had a feeling that these are drying up. Actually, I think it might be, you know, and there's barely any pigment. So I might declutter that. I'm gonna try the other one as well. That's Peach Glow. If I manage to declutter these, I'll have more room in powder powder section. And I can always, like, I prefer the Peach Glow one to the translucent. I've got quite a lot of translucent powders in my collection, so I'll probably just buy the translucent one. And then when I need I'll buy the Peach Glow, and when I need another translucent one, I'll buy this. But I think it might have to get decluttered. Then we've got the e.l.f. Under Eye Setting Powder. I'm going to put that back on Wednesday and get the Laura Mercier one out. As you know, I do rotate them, so that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to keep this e.l.f. finishing powder in though. I really have been enjoying using this, so that will stay in for another week. And then all these guys are just what stays in, week out. I've only got one mascara here, this False Lash Queen by Primark. This is what I've been using on the daily, and sometimes I will use it with this Kiko False Lashes Concentrate. It's really good. Soon I'm going to have to get a new Essence But First Espresso eyeliner, because as you can see it's really going down now. But yeah, everything is pretty much how it always is, so I don't really want to talk too much about that. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. So obviously it's going to change on Wednesday. By the time this goes up, it's probably going to be Tuesday. I'm going to try and edit it now and get it up as soon as possible for you. But as we are approaching like the next day, as we're approaching Tuesday anyway, it's probably not going to go up till Tuesday, and my broadband is quite slow. So yeah, I'll get it up as soon as possible, guys. Also, setting sprays, I'm still using the e.l.f. one, even though it's in this NYX Dewy Finish bottle. It's actually the e.l.f. coconut one, which I'll show you on Wednesday, because I've still got the bottle, but this spray on this bottle is much better, and that's why it's in here. And I've also got a Primark one, which I've not really used. So this is the Glow Intensity one, and I've said before I don't really like this one, guys. What I tend to do is I put my foundation on and then I'll spray this on my sponge, and then I will like kind of make sure it's all blended in properly, just to basically get rid of it. I won't be buying this again from Primark. I think this is the only thing that I didn't like that I've been recently using. I'm a bit fussy with sprays. I didn't really like the Pixi one either that I used recently, and I don't like this one. But I'm not bothered about this one because it's only £4. The e.l.f. one is okay. I wouldn't say it's absolutely brilliant, but from the sprays that I've used, it's okay. This one is really good. I love this one. So I do need to get a backup of the NYX Dewy Finish when I run out of the e.l.f. It's only a small bottle, that's the only thing. I wish they did it in a bigger bottle. And I've seen some by Obsession that look quite nice, so I might try them as well. Just like, it's trial and error, isn't it, with sprays. Let me know if you know of a good drugstore one, and you live in the UK. I have to be able to get it, because obviously I live in the UK. I go to Boots really, or Superdrug, for all my setting sprays. Let me know what your favourite drugstore one is. I would really appreciate it if you would leave me a comment down below, and I will see you on Wednesday, and then we can go and shop my stash. If you've not already subscribed, please think about subscribing. It would mean the world to me. All you need to do is hit that subscribe button and notifications bell and become part of my little fam here on YouTube, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.